All right, let's get some practice so we're ready for the test on Thursday. Number one, which number belongs in the blank box in the equation below? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on the answer grid below. Be sure to use the correct place value. All right, we are comparing 12 something to 4/5. Oh, okay, they're equivalent. They're equal to each other. All right, so we need to find out what the denominator is here. Can you see the relationship between the 12? How does it get to be a 4? 12 divided by something equals 4. Okay, so when we're dividing, and the number's getting smaller, to get from 12 to 4, that's division or repeated subtraction, right? So we're dividing 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Okay, so if I do it here, I've got to do it there. Okay, now I need to do the opposite here. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So if I know my multiplication facts, this should be relatively easy. All right, so 12/15 equals 4/5. 12/15. Okay. Now, in order to put 4/5 on this grid, guess what? Now I'm going to have to make another equivalent fraction. This time I'm going to make tenths. So I will have a number to put here to the right of the decimal is the tenths place. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to make 4/5 tenths. Okay, because the number is going, the denominator is going from a 5 to a 10, I know I'm either going to do repeated addition or, another name for that, multiplication, right? So 5 times 2 is 10. If I do it on the bottom, I have to do it on the top, right? So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 tenths. Okay, well that's easy to write as decimal, isn't it? 0 and 8 tenths. So if I'm filling this in, I have 0, whole 1, so I'm going to put a 0 here. And I have 8 tenths. So I'm going to bubble in the 8 here. 0 and 8 tenths. We don't have any ones, right? Okay, let's look at another one. Which of the following models shows a fraction equivalent to 2/3? 2/3. Okay, we are looking for 2/3. Which one of it looks 2/3 shaded? Well, this one's too little, right? It's not A. That's less than half, and we know 2/3 is more than half. So we can get rid of A, and we can get rid of C. That's less than 1/2, and we need more than 1/2. So let's go ahead and count the total number of pieces here on question or answer choice B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The denominator is 8, and the numerator is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are shaded. Okay. Do you know why it's not B? Real quickly, I know that it needs to be an even number in my numerator. My numerator needs to be an even number. My numerator is odd, so I automatically know that that is not my answer. So it must be D. Let's double check. We'll count the total number of pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our denominator is 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are shaded. Okay, you can pretty easily see that 4/6 is equivalent to 2/3 from looking at it, or you can also do division. You can do 4/6 divided by something equals 2/3. Okay, so 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So we found our equivalent fraction. All right, let's check out question number 4 here. Which answer lists a fraction equivalent to the unshaded area of the model below? Ooh, that's important. The unshaded area. Okay, so what's our denominator going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for this fraction, the denominator is 6, and the unshaded part is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we are looking at 4/6. Which of these is equivalent to 4/6? We just did this one in the other problem, didn't we? It's 2/3. Remember? We know that 4/6 is equivalent to 2/3. All right, let's look at number 1. Which of the following models does not show a fraction equivalent to 2/8 shaded? Okay, we're focusing on the shaded parts. Which one is not equivalent to 2/8? 2/8 is equivalent to how many fourths, guys? Right, 2/8 is equivalent to 1/4. If you don't have that memorized, you can use division to figure out that they're equivalent to each other. Okay, so which one is not equivalent to 1/4 shaded? 1 out of 4 is shaded here. 1 out of 4 is shaded here. 2 out of 4 is shaded here. 2/4 is shaded here. Oh, so that must be our answer. C is our answer because it's not 1/4. That's 2/4. Okay, and D looks like 4/16, and you can see that that looks just like A, doesn't it? Okay, so our answer is C. That is not 2/8. All right, one more. The models below are shaded to represent 2 different fractions. What do the models show? Okay, so we just need to figure out the denominator and the numerator. And let's see, we're talking about the shaded pieces this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of them are shaded, so we're dealing with 2/5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4 out of 7 are shaded. 4/7 are shaded. So we're looking for 2/5 versus 4/7. So that means we can get rid of D. D is not our answer. It doesn't have the fractions we're looking for. Okay, so which of these statements is true? Is 2/5 greater than, less than, or equal to 4/7? it's less than. 2/5 is less than 4/7. So 4/7 needs to have the greater than sign facing it, so it's not B. They're not equal to each other. Okay, so which of these is it? A or C? Right. It's A. 2/5 is less than 4/7. Good job.